Hello YouTubers, and welcome to another Doctor Who collection update. And for the first time ever in the history of this channel, we're going to be doing one for September. This is the 5th opportunity I've had to do a collection update in September, and for some reason this never happens. So for the first time ever, I'm happy to say we've got a collection update in September. But enough of that, let's get on with this. Now, this is going to be a rather obscure one because usually I show you all the DVDs and CDs I've got for this month, but unfortunately this time around I can't really show you any of either of those. But what I'm going to show you instead is some stuff which I have never shown you before, and some stuff that I've actually had for quite a while, and for some reason I've never shown them in my collection updates. So first off, we've got Doctor Who, A History of the Universe in 100 Objects. This I've not actually had a proper look at yet, and I've had this for some time. I've no idea how long I've had this. I wouldn't say I've had it that long, but for whatever reason I've just not got around to having a look at this. So I don't know, maybe in my spare time I can have a look at this when I'm not busy. So yeah, A History of the Universe in 100 Objects. Let's just have a look at what this is actually about. We just take a look at the back. I thought it was going to have the blurb on it for a sec, but instead it just shows you many different objects from over 50 years of Doctor Who. Let's take a look inside. What is this actually all about? So it's kind of like a... just tells you about all the objects from Doctor Who, really. So it's kind of like a museum, but in book form. So I think this is quite a cool item, in fact. And yeah, I'm going to have a proper look at this when I've got time. I think it absolutely looks friggin' awesome. The next thing I'd like to show is the Macra Terror CD. Now, this I've had lying around for quite some time, but I just come across this the other day because I was doing some sort of refreshment in my room, if you will. I've been having some sort of clear out for the past few months. I've been redecorating and everything and all over in my room, and I found this on the shelf and I thought, oh, I forgot all about this. So here it is, CD of the Macra Terror. If you want me to review this, then please feel free to comment below. If you want me to make a video review of this, and if you want me to collect some more of these, then let me know. Obviously, the Macra Terror, some episodes of this are lost in the archives. I hope that one day this gets animated, like we've heard with the recent news for The Power of the Daleks. Another cool item is Who's Next, which is an unofficial and unauthorised guide to Doctor Who. Now, this I believe was written quite a few years ago. My parents spotted this in some sort of charity book sale in one of our local churches, and they saw this, and I thought, oh, James would like this because they know full well that I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. I mean, I talk about it nearly every other day, so they thought, yeah, let's get it for him, and I've got this. Again, this is quite a while back. You're talking maybe 1 or 2 years ago, and for whatever reason I've never shown this off in a collection update before, so I thought this would be the ideal opportunity. So yeah, what we have here is the most obscure collection update probably of all time on my channel, but I suppose it makes sense because September is a month where we've never had an update, so I thought, well, how about we show off some items that I've never ever shown off in my collection before, and you know, tell me below what you think of all this. I might do some more of this in the future if I can, like all the obscure items in my collection. Another item which I've actually got by accident today, this was never planned for the video, was this. It's a coin, and found this just by pure accident. Now, for those of you who don't know, you probably will know, I'm from the UK, so our currency over here is pounds sterling, but as you can see here is a coin which is from the United States, and it is $0.25. So I'm going to keep that as a lucky charm, as I think maybe it might bring me some good luck in the near future. And last but not least, we've got a new series, Auton, from the very first episode of Revived Era, Rose. Now, this is actually a figure that I never owned before, and I believe it was quite rare. It was one of the very first action figures to be released by Character Options for the Doctor Who line. So I got this in it was like a sale at Preston Comic Con last month. It was a loose figure, and I saw it and I thought, I don't think I have that, and I was correct, I do not have that. If you've been watching my channel for a very, very long time, like since near the beginning, then of course you'll know that I already own the Auton Twin Pack. This is a completely different figure to those two. So what we have here is basically a third variant of an Auton, and there's loads of variants they can still do, but unfortunately never did that. Of course, a few years later they came out with the classic series Auton, which of course was very exciting. I'm very happy to also own in my action figure collection. So yeah, there's another figure to add to all the hundreds that I already have in my gargantuan collection. Now, I mentioned earlier that I have been redecorating in my room, so no longer do we have all that spacey-wacy stuff on the wallpaper, which, let's face it, it was getting really old, and I should have done this years and years ago. Finally got around to doing it because all my uni work is done, and you know, I've started doing some other things in my life, like getting a job, things like that, and now I finally got around to doing it. I've been doing it for the last few months, and I could say it's a work in progress, but I'd like to say that it's more or less complete now in terms of the redecoration. Would you like to have a look? Yeah, I'm sure you would like to have a look, because I'll probably make it the thumbnail of this video anyway. So here we have updated collection. So up here we've got some 3.75 figures. You actually own some 3.75 figures. This was from the 2009 Star Trek movie, which came out 7 years ago now. Believe it or not, I am a big fan of Star Trek as well as Doctor Who and Star Wars. Here we have some Lego Star Wars stuff. You may remember, you might have seen this before. I think you might have seen it before. Here we have some Star Wars Black Series stuff, which basically has not been updated for like a year. And basically, if you just zoom this out, here is all of my Doctor Who action figure collection on this new redecoration. And you can see I've also got some new shelves as well, and it's basically just two massive shelves. It just goes all the way across the wall. It gives more space for the figures, I say, and it gives me a lot more options in terms of displaying things. I'm very happy with this. Looks much more. It looks better, I think. I think it's for the better. So yeah, I hope you like that. I'll probably do an in-depth action figure collection video maybe at the end of the year. Ideally, I would have shown off some Big Finish CDs, but for some odd reason I ordered some stuff like a week ago, and unfortunately it is still yet to arrive. So I'm afraid we'll have to wait till next month to see what I got. Well, I know what I've got, but you don't. So I'm going to keep you all waiting for another month to see. So stay tuned next month for the October update. I hope you're all having a great day, and I shall see you next time. Thank you very much for watching, and bye for now. So I'm gonna... I've just fucking lost it. Brilliant.